Yes, he does.
Any size. You know how horrible these cartoons show was?
What, that one?
Spider-Man and Friends?
No, I like the other one. The one with Spider-Man and Friends was like early, like late 80s, right?
70s.
70s. Oh, so even worse. Okay, I like the one like the late 80s, early 90s. The one I watched as a kid.
The Amazing Friends.
Yeah, that one I like.
See, they call it Spider-Man and Friends. What, his only friends were Iceman? And Firefly? Those were his two friends.
That was it? No one else showed up?
And he shared an apartment with Iceman.
He was roomies? Was it a roomie show? Was it like a sitcom? Or was it like Spider-Man and Iceman? Like, bachelors.
Oh, there goes our pussy.
Don't dig in. Start talking about comics pussy.
It wasn't that bad, but...
Well, that sounds awesome.
To go back and see it, like, yeah.
Alright, what do you think? You got the bat?
DarkNightRichie?
That was pretty awesome. This is DarkNightRichie JoJo.
This is
You said your name and it happened. Alright, there's a bunch of stuff. I think there's a bunch of cool, interesting, different stuff, kind of good, interesting news that came out this week, and I'm happy about it. I can't wait to talk about some stuff. Alright, so one thing I like, I'm a huge horror fan. And I really like Friday the 13th, and I'm happy that they're saying that the next Friday the 13th movie will be set in the 80s.
Now, Friday the 13th, that's the guy who walked around with the hockey mask and,
yep.
and
Jason Voorhees.
Yes, Jason Voorhees.
Yep.
Who was the original killer?
His mother.
Well, I was going to lead up and say not to answer.
Oh, I thought you were asking me a question. Oh, so you should talk about something else.
Yeah, he's the original killer in Friday the 13th.
Oh, that's totally fucking
Voorhees' mother.
I didn't know you were doing that. I thought you were asking about I know the answer.
I wasn't going to do it, and then it happened.
Shit. I feel bad.
This is what happened.
Damn, that would have been pretty good, though, too.
The only person who could have fucked it up worse would be the Tip.
Yeah, sure. Fuck him.
Who was never allowed on the show again.
But, yeah.
He's banned for the rest of the year.
So did you like Friday the 13th?
As a kid, it scared the fuck out of me as a kid. That's why I'm glad I never went to summer camp.
Right, but...
I had an option to go to summer camp.
Did you really?
Like, I really did. Like, my parents actually had the money to send me to summer camp. And, like, 2 weeks before, I stayed at my buddy's house.
You said no?
I said no. Because 2 weeks before, we watched Friday the 13th.
Oh, really? That's what it's like.
And then I'm like, nope, not going. I was all of like 10 or 11, I think. Just like you didn't want to use like porta potties. Just like I want to use a porta potty until I was like dinosaurs. Look, you go to see a movie about dinosaurs that eating someone in the shitter, and then the next weekend you get taken to the dinosaur tracks.
And they're real.
And they're yeah. I keep it real.
I guess it's justified. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a Friday the 13th movie because that last reboot they did, I didn't like. It was pretty shitty. But,
you know how the whole thing that got me about the reboot
cool, kills are cool,
was they based the premise that Jason's finally gonna run.
Yeah, and they showed like the behind the scenes stuff. He had like tunnels, and passageways, and I was like,
sense of how he got around.
Okay, sure, but why did you show me that? There's no need to show me that. Yeah, I don't want that. This is a horror movie. I don't need that stuff. Well, I like it very simple.
My whole thing. I think that's what we lack in horror movies nowadays. Like, because back in the day,
mystery. What do you mean?
Yeah, mystery. A lot of the shit was like, okay, even in the old slasher films like Friday the 13th, they show him going to kill someone and then they show it coming down or whatever, but they wouldn't really show him hacking them apart.
Alright.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you knew they were dying.
Yeah.
We didn't know how they were dying. Yeah. They left it up to your imagination. And I think that's where...
Some of the greats.
Yeah.
They show you enough, and then you let it go. People are like, oh my, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. A lot of people are like, oh my god, there's so much blood in that movie. There's literally one scene where you see like 2 squirts of blood. That's the
original, and that's it.
Oh yeah, and
the rest is in your imagination.
Exactly, because people are like, it's a bloody ass movie.
And I think nowadays with horror movies, where they lost their edge, was they're panning on that gore factor.
That's the torture porn.
And don't
Saw fucked that up. Hostel fucked that up.
Yeah, like.
Which don't get me wrong, I like the first Saw. First couple Saws were pretty good, and I liked Hostel 1 and 2.
I never saw 2. I liked 1. The only part that freaked me out about 1 was the blowtorch to that chick's face.
Right, that was awesome, right? And then the goo.
Yeah. Good. That, and the only other thing that makes you cringe in a horror movie is somebody fucking with Achilles' heel.
Oh, they did that.
I watch a dude get fucking mutilated. When it comes to that Achilles' heel.
Fun fact. the Achilles heel prop they used in Hostel was actually from Kill Bill. It was the same exact prop they used in Kill Bill. It was great. Zero, the great who does Walking Dead and all the good stuff. Yeah, it's the same exact one they used. Awesome. And they put more blood on it for the.
So Hostel. They're gonna do it set in the 80s. I think that's fucking awesome.
Perfect. It makes sense.
Yeah, if you're gonna reboot it right. Let's get away from the gore factor. Right. Let's go back to that old school. Let's do a gritty.
Let's see who they get as a director. That's what's gonna right there. If they get depending on who they get as director is what's gonna make that movie.
Oh, that's something else we can add later about directors.
Cool. But yeah, so are you down for it?
I'm down for it. I might not go see it in theaters.
Once
we find out who's directing it, and this is what I hate about the internet nowadays. Once you see what the premise of it is, I might go see it in theaters. And I really did, so I might shy away from this and just find out who's directing it and I maybe not read into anything about it. If we can get away from the gore factor, do it old school, do it gritty, do it dirty, like original Last House on the Left shit, which is pretty much a fucking stuff film. Give me something like that, and I'll be stoked about it.
I'm totally forward to it. It sounds awesome. I hope, it depends on the director, I can't wait. So one thing, video games, new God of War, they're totally making it. And I say duh, but Richie was like, "Oh no shit."
I was 6. I didn't know this.
And I feel like it was just implied. Like they're gonna make another.
Well, this
would be a sport. This awesome console.
The way they left
Let's use it, bitch.
The way they left God of War 3.
Okay, explain.
You haven't played it.
I haven't played it, so I want to know anyway. I don't care.
Whatever. You played God of War 1.
For me too. So shut up.
God of War 1. You were going after the God of War.
You're going after You're
going after Ares, who blindsided you by rage and made you kill your wife and daughter.
You tricked him.
And you're still paying for that sin, and that's why he's covered in white. He's covered in the ashes of his daughter and wife. Kind of fucked up.
Awesome. What do you mean fucked up?
Well, he has to live with that every
fucking day. It sounds like a really good, deep movie.
Oh, no, it sounds like. Oh, yeah, I know. Don't get me started on the fucking movie. I'm waiting for a movie. And then God of War, and then you become the God of War at the end of the game.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
I love the first game. It's probably my favorite game. Yeah, I played it all. Yeah, it's probably my favorite one.
God of War is one of my favorite franchises.
I played 1, 2, and 3. I didn't play what was after that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so you played 1, 2, and 3. So, and then in 2, you're the God of War.
Yep.
You end up going interject into a battle. Zeus takes away your fucking powers, stabs you through the fucking chest.
Yep.
Sends you back down to
start all over.
Hades. You climb back up. You side with the Titans this time.
Which is cool. I like the Titans. I would have. If I had an option to choose, I would have took the Titans.
Yeah, I love Greek mythology. So for those of you who don't know, a little bit of history.
That's what makes the game good.
Yeah,
I think. If you.
And that's why I'm glad the original creator, what's his name, Jaffe. I'm glad he dropped out. I'm glad he let someone else take it over.
No, now we're talking about.
And that's one thing I'd say about every God of War game that's came out. Yeah. Jaffe, there we go.
Jaffe, yeah.
There's been a different director for each game.
Yep.
The way Jaffe would have took it would have been Kratos fighting different religion gods.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
I guess. Anyways.
That would have been cool.
But it would have... Okay, whatever. So you started with the Titans to go after the kill your father Zeus. Mm-hmm. Which if you beat it on God mode, like some of us did, the first one... No. Navy did. You find out that you're Zeus' son, whatever, but it's this big shocker in the 2. So you sign up with the Titans, you're going to fucking...
First 3. How are the other ones?
Well, I'm going to just...
No, okay.
Oh. So the way 2 ends, you're there with the Titans, you're climbing up fucking Mount Olympus to go after Zeus. Coming God of War 3, right off the bat, I think you kill Apollo and rip his fucking head off. No, you kill Poseidon first, and then you rip Apollo's head off. Anyways,
first one was Poseidon.
The 2 that were in between, one was called Chains of Olympus.
Yeah.
And it told the backstory of, remember how 1 starts off, he's at the cliff? Mm-hmm. It was the backstory of how he got there.
Oh, okay.
So it actually shows, you remember when you go into Hades' lair, and he's talking shit about you killing his wife? You kill his wife.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool. So
and
it was good?
It was good. And then this, what was the next one? Ghost of Sparta.
Did you play the handheld ones?
Yes, I played them on handheld.
Oh, okay.
Before I got.
Oh, that's right. Because then they get re-released.
Then they got re-released. Okay. So therefore, I would never buy another handheld one, especially because I don't have a PS Vita. But I'll never buy another handheld one when I know they're going to get released for the system.
You know, eventually. Why not? Easy money.
Anyway. So, and Ghost of Sparta, you find out where Kratos got his tattoo from. As a boy, Ares and Athena end up going to his village. And Ares kidnaps his brother. Well, his brother had a scar that went, where Kratos' tattoos is. So Kratos got the tattoo in memory for his brother. You end up fighting your brother, and then you and your brother team up and fight fucking death. It's pretty. Oh,
so that finally happened? Because isn't that like a post-credit thing in the first one?
The first one that did this whole thing, like, what if his brother was like a villain?
And he was like a demon on fire and shit?
That's what they showed. But this one, his brother was kidnapped because the gods foretold a prophecy.
That would have been awesome, though. Why did they do that?
Well, they kind of did, but didn't. Like, the reason why they snagged...
that shit. Wasn't there like something to call too as well? It was like a number or something, or maybe a website. I don't know. There was something else to.
Oh, when you beat it on God mode, yes, there was 2 different phone numbers you got to call.
Okay.
I didn't get them. Like I said, Nevi got them, and so yeah, it was.
That's kind of cool.
For the time, God of War came out. I was in high school.
Yeah,
it was a freshman.
It was a mind blowing.
I think I was a freshman in high school because I never forget. Nevi camped out all night to get it.
No shit.
And he missed school, and I was so pissed that he got to miss school and got it.
He got a game.
And he's like, yeah.
What a dick move.
I started playing this game called God of War, you gotta check it out, and hooked ever fucking
since. It's a great franchise. I'm excited they're making a new one. The big question about it, though, was he was asked about if Kratos was the star. He was unwilling to answer that question. So how do you feel about a God of War game without... Maybe Kratos isn't in the backstory? Maybe he's dead? I don't know. What happened?
Well, see, if you play God of War 3, this is where I was going with spoiler, your final fight is Zeus, and he kind of had a little Mortal Kombat-esque to the beginning of that fight, awesome. Where it's like platform fighter.
You put Ken and Wabi in or whatever. Let them fight.
Yeah, like, that would have been great. And then you guys duke it out, and then Zeus grows all big and whatever. You kill Zeus. You find out that when Kratos opened Pandora's box, and he got covered in the black shit. The black shit was actually the goodness.
So he's good now?
He was good. He was doing the work of good, going after the gods who became tarnished and evil.
Okay. Revenge can be good.
And so then it ends with Kratos dying. Kratos is he's laying there dying, and then it cuts off, and then because literally you're sitting there, you're just bashing Zeus's head in over and over and over again. Your screen gets fucking covered in blood. You can't see shit. So then when that's done, it shows a streak of blood where Kratos' body was laying, trailing off towards the edge of the cliff, but right at the edge of the cliff, it's a phoenix made in blood. And that's how they left the end of God of War 3.
Okay. So Kratos might be dead, who knows?
So we don't know what happens to Kratos.
Maybe he'll pop up, cameo, I don't know. What would they do without Kratos in God of War?
I don't know, because Kratos is God of War.
He is now, yeah, he took it. It's his. He owns that bitch, so we'll find out.
I don't know. How do I feel about a God of War without Kratos? Is it going to be some spinoff with Demonos, his brother, which fucking he's dead too? Like, and they're saying it's not going to be the prequel. Like Ascension was a prequel.
He could totally climb out of hell again. I guess
he's died every game. He's sent to Hades every fucking game and crawled out.
You climb out of it, yeah. So are you looking forward to a next one?
Yeah. Okay, I love the God of War series.
Yeah, me too. I'm totally gonna play it. All right,
moving on. Platinum in that shit, like the rest of them.
You probably will. And that is true. So Mark Hamill will be back as the Trickster at the end half of this season of Flash. So you've seen the picture of him in the Trickster costume, because I've heard about the story. I didn't see the picture, but I heard the story. He is the Trickster. He's trapped, and they're kind of going to him because someone's like copycatting the Trickster's things in the present day. So they're kind of using him, but I'm hoping he gets out eventually, and then he's in the universe. But so you saw the picture.
The picture that I saw,
and it's like him in the same costume.
It looks like a clown costume. And then it's like a little fucking face mask thing, and it's like green outlines or yellow. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for it. The way the Flash is, it's a Mark Hamill first.
Mark Hamill doing a fucking Flash episode. For me, it's mind blowing.
He's a fucking Jedi fucking master,
right?
Soon to be fucking Dark Lord.
Who knows?
I'm hoping Dark Lord. And he was a fucking cock knocker.
Yeah, right. And now he's going back to his old roots. He's been the Trickster. He's gonna do it again. He's bringing it back.
This is great. He's been the Trickster, like...
He is the Trickster, and he still is. I mean, it's the same Trickster, people.
It's Mark fucking Hamel. Dude can do whatever he fucking wants.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I saw that and I was like, great.
That's like, it's kind of like... It's kind of like, did you ever see little fucking meme they got going on Facebook? It's fucking... dude who played Magneto. It's like, I'm Dumbledore.
Michael Fett. Oh, okay.
He's like, I'm Dumbledore, Magneto, and... Gandalf the Great. Get over it. And then it's Han Solo. Well, Han Solo was first, and it's like, I'm Han Solo, and I'm Indiana Jones. Get over it. And it's Mark Hamill, and he's got a shirt that's like this fucking long because all this shit that he's done. Like, definitely one of the best voice actors to ever do the Joker.
Hands down.
When I found that out, I'm like, that's bullshit. There's no way.
I know. I agree. We've talked about it. We talked about it actually early episodes of this show. Yeah.
It was so epic. Voice acting wise, there's no one better to play the Joker. Mark Hamill as Trickster.
It's gonna be awesome.
I love it.
It's gonna be awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, you love it. I don't know. Plus, this whole season of Flash has been really good. We want to talk about Flash real quick?
Yeah, the Flash is fucking trumping fucking Arrow like no tomorrow.
Oh man, way better. Way better.
I love it.
I can't even go back to Arrow because Flash is so good.
I do it and I'm just like...
So do you think Wheelchair Man is the Reverse Flash? Just because he has the suit, I don't think he is.
This is what me and John were talking about at work today. I don't think he is.
I agree. High five. Give me some of that. Thank you.
Because fucking... It showed the yellow suit, but then... And they showed, like, whatever, he strapped that thing to his chest. But here's my fucking thing. Right before they showed that, the fucking detective and him were sitting there talking, oh... Well, here's the thing. And he's like, what do you mean? Well, Barry was talking about the night his mother died. He saw a red and yellow blur. Not just a yellow blur. Which if it was just a yellow blur, even though it has the accent of reds, whatever, because he's a Reverse Flash, then it would have been like, okay, yeah, he's him. But here's the thing. How are you going to get beat the fuck up by a man in a yellow suit while you sitting there pretending to be crippled in a wheelchair? And all of a sudden, you're healed? So now, I originally said that I thought that he was the man in yellow suit because I think we all kind of thought he was.
That was what this show was trying to.
This show is mind fucking
implying you that he was that. Like they were doing.
What if he is actually?
I think it's a psycho.
The Flash.
Oh yeah, older Barry from the future. Yes. Oh my god, it's like two minds.
Because what I was
on the same page.
Well, honestly, what I was waiting for was that yellow suit when he strapped that shit onto it was to change back to red. That's what I was hoping for. Didn't fucking happen.
I agree. I've heard the theories too. I've read some good theories, and
there was theories like he's one of the new gods.
Okay, sure.
And I don't know anything about the new gods,
either. But I know, like, I heard the one that that Wheelchair Man is Barry from the future coming back, and he fucked up somewhere. At least this is what I put there. Okay, it's from his back, so he fucked up somewhere, and he's trying to fix it. That's why he's trying to keep Barry alive, and that's why maybe he is the Reverse Flash. Like you said, we've done this battle. We're pushing. He was trying to push him.
There's been the whole saying like he could have been a Reverse Flash, but he needs his Flash gets a storm current to recreate his incident. But if that's the case, he's already back in time as a Reverse Flash. So therefore, he wouldn't need Barry because if he was a Reverse Flash, he'd already have the powers.
I guess he doesn't have the powers, and that's why
we don't know if he has the powers
until we see him move.
Because he did that whole vibrating thing where his voice changed, like the Reverse Flash, and the Flash can do that to his.
See, I feel like that was because he put the particle thing on, or the whatever the fuck it. What was it?
The thing they got from this place. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, I honestly feel that was him doing that to his own voice.
Really? I see. I feel like because as soon as he put that thing on, the suit started vibrating, and then his voice changed.
Well, that's why I was waiting the suit to go from yellow to red. But remember, he gave the idea to...
thing gave at least
yeah, maybe. But you got to remember, he gave the idea to Barry how he could talk to his Iris. I didn't want to call her sister because it's not his sister. Yeah. He gave him the idea of how you vibrate your voice, change your voice, talk to Iris. So. You can read into this shit like no tomorrow. The Flash is doing it fucking right. I love it.
It was good. I give it that.
So you're not current with Arrow?
No, I haven't been catching up at all.
Arrow's dead.
He died?
Okay. When was the last thing you watched of Arrow? Okay, anyways. Killed off the Black Canary.
Yeah, and then now her sister is the other.
Well, no, she hasn't come out as a Black Canary.
Not yet. Okay.
No, that's going to happen probably before the series ends. Our season ends. So Ra's al Ghul, because it was his daughter's lover, gave him a time loop to find the killer. Well, they do all this shit, come to find out who's the killer. Someone with the same DNA as Green Arrow, turns out to be his sister.
Okay,
so he challenges Ra's al Ghul to a battle to the death.
Okay, he lost to Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul, like he was holding his own. Then Ra's al Ghul stabbed him in the.
Is that the pictures? I've seen the pictures. Like, oh man,
and then kicks him off the fucking edge of the cliff. So I guess.
Is that how the episode ends?
That's how the episode ends.
Oh, he's not dead.
Yeah, I know. They're doing the whole thing in the comics where like he's
gonna come out of the pit of Sarlacc.
Shot and yeah.
You see the pit of Sarlacc? I heard there was a rumored pit of Sarlacc. Oh, not pit of Sarlacc. A pit of what did Ra's al Ghul climb out of?
Oh, the fucking Lazarus pit.
Lazarus pit. Thank you.
So he fell into some kind of get cock with the Lazarus pit.
I've heard there's a Lazarus pit, so I don't know. That's why you didn't see Lazarus pit.
No, you didn't. You don't see a Lazarus pit.
So maybe that's what he's gonna find.
You just see him falling off the cliff.
And it cuts.
The cliffhanger, like they're showing,
literally a cliff fall.
When Arrow comes back on whatever, it shows a guy walking down the side of a cliff.
Shit.
So someone's gonna pick him up, throw him in the Lazarus pit. Probably Tasha Almu and but Flash is fucking trumping Arrow like no tomorrow.
Really good show, interesting, good, funny. Cisco, I love Cisco. He's the best. He's my favorite character. He's so funny. That guy's great. All right.
Let me know before you get to your big news.
No, we're moving on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna give it to you. You get the big news. Okay, I got Jennifer Lawrence. And Rebel Wilson, who are two awesome people. I've both talked to Peter Feig, I think is what his name is. I'm not sure. Flake.
Some Jewish shit.
Whatever. But he's the director for the next Ghostbusters movie. So apparently the next Ghostbusters movie is gonna be at least what the studio is pushing for is gonna be an all girls new cast. But I've heard it's Ghostbusters 3. So it's not a rebooting, like, this is the Ghostbusters, but I think it's a continuation. It's like, okay, this is like the younger group. These guys are retired, maybe.
Okay, you remember?
So they got the cameos as the best thing. But yeah, Peter Feig, that's one thing I want to bring up. Peter Feig's directed, what the fuck is he direct? The Heat? The Heat with, we didn't see The Heat? It had, god damn it, I shouldn't have been doing it. Sandra Bullock and, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh! No,
they were detectives. Oh, you should see it. It's really funny.
It looks funny, but I haven't seen it.
It's really funny. For like it's like a girl, I want to say a bro comedy, but it's two girls. So
sorority comedy?
Sure, sorority comedy. Yeah, whatever. I guess that's really funny. And he also did fucking he directed Bridesmaids.
I saw that.
And Bridesmaids was pretty funny too.
Where the girl shits herself.
Oh yeah.
The street.
Yep. That's Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
She's great. She should be in there too.
I thought it was a black chick who shit herself in the middle of the street.
You're right. Okay, the chick from SNL.
Chick who was actually getting married shits herself.
You're right.
Because her bridemaid bring her to the fucking shady fucking food place and they shit all over the street.
It's okay.
I think it's awesome. I would like to see. I know.
Who would you be? Who would your group be? If you could pick an all-girl group.
An all-girl group.
Just pick 4.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, that's good. I agree with that too. She's great. She's so funny. Emma Stone.
I go with Rebel. What's her name? Rebel Wilson.
She's pretty funny too.
Even though it's gonna be tough because it's
that's
like
2 big girls. Funny.
You got that's like Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray going at it the whole fucking time.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know. So that's what I see those two being, and then I see Emma Stone being like the Winston.
Okay.
Or Egon. Egon.
Yeah. Okay.
Egon. That's what I meant.
He's gonna be the smart one.
And for shits and giggles, oh my god, who would I want in there? It's so racist. That's why I want it in there. No, it's not racist. I mean that. Yeah, it's gonna come off racist now.
What is it? No, what do you mean? What is it?
Let's get like what's her name? Rosario Dawson to be Ray.
Ooh, I love Rosario Dawson. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that does kind of come off as all the black one.
That's it because it's gonna be Ray.
But no, I do like that. I haven't even heard. I've read a couple of lists that people have put up, like, oh, this is our like fan list that we could do. No, I haven't seen Rosario Dawson. That's a good one. Rosario Dawson would be awesome.
Oh yeah, and like those. See, I don't know who would be.
I agree with.
I think Melissa McCarthy would be the Bill Murray, and Rebel Wilson would be the Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah. See, I don't. See, if I'm gonna make my list, I'm gonna agree with the Emma Stone.
As Egon.
I'm gonna agree. I'm not putting them in characters, but I'm gonna agree with the Melissa McCarthy. I would like to see like on Tina Fey or Amy Poehler, one of those two, because I love both.
Ooh, Tina Fey would be great.
One of those two, right? Yeah, she would be awesome. But and then yeah, see now that you put Rosario Dawson up there, that fucks everything up. That's a good one. That is a real good one because she is funny and she's a good actress, so she could totally kill that. But so, what about Jennifer Lawrence and Rebel Wilson? Is that okay with you? Jennifer Lawrence is the hot commodity recently.
Yeah, if she's a secretary.
She's a secretary. You don't want her being one of the.
No, I want her to be Irene. Was that her name, Irene?
I don't know.
I think her name was Irene.
But I love it.
The chick that shacks up with Rick Moranis. That's who she could be.
Emma Stone could totally kill that role because I love in what is it, Zombieland?
Yeah.
They recreate at Bill Murray's house. Oh, that's so good.
But that's who I like to see as female Ghostbuster.
Right.
I think that lineup would be great. Your lineup would be good too, especially you threw Tina Fey in there.
Yeah, I love Tina Fey.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could take out fucking McCarthy for Fey.
No, see, I was keeping McCarthy. I was getting rid of
Rebel
Wilson.
Yeah, because like.
I think out of the funny fat chicks, I think McCarthy's funnier than Rebel Wilson.
Oh yeah, she's definitely funnier. Like Rebel Wilson is more like that.
And there's proof in the pudding too, because Melissa McCarthy has a TV show that's still going on. Well, Rebel Wilson had a TV show that got canceled.
Yes, it did.
In the first season.
You done Mike and Molly?
Yeah.
Is that show any good?
I don't know, but it's still
I don't know. I haven't checked it out. It's still going on.
It is still going on.
And it's current. It's not that it's just like in circulation.
It got syndicated to FX, so FX is playing reruns.
Yeah. So,
but I know that Rebel Wilson's TV show got canceled, and I watched a couple episodes of that, and it was not good.
She's really not that funny.
She's good as a supporting character.
I just wish I would have thought of the Tina Fey thing before.
She's good as a supporting character. I think she's a good fit for it because she won't be the main focus, but she'll be the funny stuff that comes in, which is good. That's what she's good for. As a whole show focused on her, it was terrible.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be in all. What I'd like to see in the movie, though, I would like to see
passing of the torch.
A passing of the torch, like where you have. Well, obviously, there's no more Egon. Maybe they could chase down his hologram.
Maybe they can make something.
That's everything in how South Park are doing right now. But no, I like to see like a Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, and even Ray.
Get him back. Ray, what is Ray doing? Episodes of fucking comic book men?
Where he's selling comics in a night. I still want to say his name is Winston.
Did you see that episode?
I did.
That was great when like the little girl's like, "Oh, you're gonna buy it," and like, I'll sign it." She kind of looks at him, and the mom's like, the mom knew who it was.
Yeah.
No,
it's okay. Did you ever see Ghostbusters?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that. She's like, the mom's like, "Yeah, you did." She's like, "Yeah, I did."
You know which one I am? They didn't want to say the black guy. Like, he was clearly the black dude.
Oh, yeah, he was clearly the black dude, but they didn't want to say it.
That was so good.
That's such a good idea, though. Luring kids in by the ice cream truck and trying to sell
comics. That was a good episode. I like that episode a lot.
And he made $3.25.
Profit. That was profit, though. That's
what he took home.
Yeah, that was profit. Yeah.
They made 17 something, and he took home $3.25.
But that's profit. They kept doing that over a time. It was a terrible idea. Alright, let's move on. You didn't see the Mad Max trailer. Mad Max is awesome.
Who's playing Mad Max?
Tom Hardy.
The guy who was playing Captain Boomerang.
Bane. Captain Boomerang. Yeah.
I'm down for that. Like, Mad Max is a cool fucking movie.
You didn't see the first. This is the second trailer that's come out.
No, I haven't seen the trailers.
You
so I remember works for.
They're pretty cool. They're pretty. It looks good. It looks like Mad Max. They're just. It's desert.
This is the whole thing. This is what I want.
Warrior. It's fucking awesome.
Yes, that's what this is. Okay, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, it looks cool.
That's what I want.
Charlize Theron's in it. She's like shaved head. Half her face is like painted black. Oh, she.
If you're gonna redo these movies that were set in desert wasteland, do it fucking right. Like, don't come in super special effectsy. Make it dark. Make it gritty.
There's gonna be some super. There are some crazy scenes of a tornado.
Well, let's be thankful Michael Bay is not doing it.
But it does look pretty cool though. Some of this at least in how they're.
I'll take your word. I'm down for a Mad Max.
It looks gritty. It looks haggard. Like big. Could we
get a fucking Mel Gibson fucking cameo?
I would hope. I don't know. When they've been shooting this movie for fucking. That's the only problem with this movie though. They've been shooting this movie for like 3 years. It's been having problems. They've been shooting on and off. Tom Hardy's had like 3 or 4. Like Batman. When he was Bane. Like he was still before he did Bane. He was shooting this movie, working on it. Like they've been doing it. It's the only thing that's kind of iffy. The trailers look great. Hopefully it comes out good. I'm excited. I like Mad Max. Like that's cool shit.
Yeah, dude.
That post-apocalyptic desert world. That's so fucking cool.
The fucking Thunderdome shit.
All right. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, this shit was epic.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I was hoping as a kid that I'd get in that type of situation. Now that I'm older, I'm like, I hope I'm never in that situation.
Like, deal with that shit. I don't want to live in those conditions. I like what I'm doing now. Alright, so Star Wars comic came out, and apparently it's the biggest selling comic in the past 20 years.
Let's hear it from Marvel.
1 million copies. Incredible.
Way to do it, Marvel.
Incredible. When's the last time a comic sold 1 million copies? 20 years ago. I was 8 years old, maybe.
Was it 20 years ago?
Yeah, it's the biggest.
What was the comic?
I don't know what it was. I didn't look into it. I know I didn't look into it.
It might have been the death of Superman.
That was a big one.
I remember being on the bus.
A million copies.
I was in Catholic school on the bus, and I remember this kid's like, Superman died. I'm like, you're full of shit. And he whips out the comic, and I'm like,
you talked about that. Yeah.
Superman dies, and Supergirl's a fucking alien.
Well,
even though Superman was an alien, but she was a different type of alien. Well, see, at the time I didn't know Superman was an alien. Like I was a kid. I was in like fucking 5th grade. I didn't know he was an alien.
Yeah, he's from the planet, dude.
Yeah, well now I know that shit.
Right?
No, I'm not gonna be alright.
Yeah. So this is awesome. I don't know what else could have. Yeah, Death, Superman. I don't know. I don't know what the highest selling comics are.
I don't know. I don't know. But that's awesome though. Let's hear it for Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars?
And that's why. Who doesn't fucking love Star Wars?
Speaking of Star Wars, you gotta check it out. Look it up. This dude from fucking Rebels.
Alright. Oh, his
lightsaber. What's his name?
Ezra.
There we go. I know I said it. I forgot. Sorry.
He's a Padawan now.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if it's coming out.
You saw it, but he's a toy?
What I saw looked like a packaging for a toy.
Okay.
And it was Ezra, and he's holding it, and it looks like a pirate saber.
So it's something to come.
Spoiler?
Spoiler,
all you Rebels fans.
So if you do watch Rebels, there might be a fucking pirate, what do you mean, kind of like a Dooku's? Because Dooku's was kind of crazy.
No. It looks like a pirate saber, where you have the full hilt that covers the front of your hand.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of something. I was thinking it was a pirate gun.
No, so it covers the front of your hand, and it shows a lightsaber, and it's like, due to Ezra's lack of being able to deflect laser blast,
damn hands from me,
right? And then it's like
it's a learning tool.
It's also a blaster, and literally he's holding it like a fucking blaster.
That's kind of cool.
So I'm not gonna lie, I am digging the whole way Star Wars taking these fucking lightsabers.
Let's try a little
even though as a kid, nothing beats sitting there with a flashlight, pretending it was a fucking lightsaber, like, because I wanted a lightsaber toy.
Or turn the fan on. Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, like,
the fan. Yes.
Oh my god, it was epic. There's nothing better, and now you kids nowadays will never know that joy.
Not at all.
Because you have the lightsaber toys. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was lightsaber toys in the 70s.
Yeah.
But they didn't start coming back until the prequels came out.
Yep.
So we had to go generations without lightsaber toys.
I didn't get them until the prequels happened.
Or the fucking Darth Vader helmets.
In stores because it wasn't the thing yet.
Yeah, I'll never forget. I almost shit my pants. Episode 1 came out, and I'm in the store and I see a double-sided lightsaber.
That's where I got this. I've had this since episode 1, and it's battle damage.
Oh yeah. I'll bring my lightsaber next time I come.
Oh, you definitely should.
I'll bring it. It's a custom-built lightsaber I got because you buy the kit and it was build your own lightsaber.
Yeah, okay. Sweet.
Yeah, but I almost shit my pants when I saw a fucking Darth Maul dual-wield lightsaber in the fucking store. I'm a teenager, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. My buddy's like, what's awesome? I'm like,
are you kidding?
It's a lightsaber, because I didn't even see the movie yet.
Yeah, but it's double.
And I'm like, it's a double lightsaber.
You didn't see the movie, but you knew what that was. Like, that's a lightsaber, and it comes out both sides?
Yeah, like, I was stoked. I wanted one. They were like,
and then you went to
$50. They were like 50 fucking bucks for this plastic piece of shit. Then I saw the movie, yeah. And it was they only came out like this far from each side.
Yeah, but the centerpiece though itself was huge.
The centerpiece was like this fucking big.
That was most of the fucking thing.
And then the thing came out this big. Yeah, no, I was so stoked. And I saw the movie and I'm like, pod racing?
Right, wasn't it bad?
So
I like that in the trailer you can see some dead pod racers in the background.
Yeah, like, that was cool, but
it was a long time ago people liked stupid shit and that's over.
But we grew up where we didn't have lightsaber toys.
Until the fucking...
We didn't have Darth Vader masks so that you saw like Darth Vader. We had to talk it to a fucking fan.
To a fan. Aren't you lucky?
Yeah. So...
Yeah, Star Wars rules. And I'm so happy to see it. It's like 370 days away, something like that.
We're going Christmas next year.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Christmas Day, I will fucking be there.
I already told Emily Quinn. I'm like, if we're still together...
That's all to you, boy. It's up to you. That's the last thing I got. What do you got?
Alright, something I was thinking about, and actually thinking about it because of my shirt. Oh fuck, I forgot.
Was it Secret Wars? It's a good shirt.
Fuck! The brothers there, the directors that are brothers.
Russo
brothers have been confirmed. They're directing Secret Wars 1 and 2.
No shit.
Yes.
So they're Josh Whedon. What is Josh Whedon gonna do?
Don't know. Not my problem.
No, I'm kind of curious though. Now that he's not going to be doing an Avengers, but what is he going to do? Is he going to do another Marvel project? Is he going to do
maybe
his own
he's
movie
holding?
thing?
Maybe he's Oh, Swamp Thing would be good.
I didn't say Swamp Thing, but okay. I said his own thing, but yes.
Oh, I thought you said Swamp Thing. See, this is what drinking does. You're hearing impaired. Maybe he might work on the Spider-Man trilogy.
We'll get
spoilers ahead.
We'll get into that.
Would you see a live-action Mario Brothers, or not a live-action? I'm sorry, an animated Mario Brothers movie?
Yes. Yes to me, yes.
I'm asking
I can
you.
answer now. Wait, I wasn't sure if it was one of those things.
No. I'm asking you.
I fucked that last one. Oh hell yeah, I would. Depending how it's done, if it's done like totally like this new, like How to Train Your Dragon, Pixar, like Wreck-It Ralph. Oh yeah, give me the Wreck-It Ralph style. I'm sold.
I guess the producer who produced Spider-Man, Avid something, it begins with an A, AVID something. Supposedly he's been sending out emails confirming that he is doing a live, or I keep calling it live action, it's not live action, an animated Mario movie. I like the live action Mario movie we had.
It's so bad. I do too. I actually thought about that the other day. It was funny.
With fucking Eddie from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then the pest being Luigi. Tell me that don't fit. I probably see it. I mean, you got a bunch of storylines, hard to fuck it up. And
fun. Who's he's directing it, but what studio is actually putting the animation together?
It's Sony.
Sony's doing it?
I don't know. Well, okay. I'm guessing, but I'm not sure because it's Sony who's the producer that he wants to do the movie.
Yeah.
And I guess he's just got confirmed or he's trying to confirm the rights from Nintendo to do it. But he's got it pretty much packed down.
That sounds fun. They can do something good with that. As long as they put a lot of elements of the game and the world of Mario in there, have him maybe kart racing for a little bit, have him jumping around, oh yeah, that could be good. Have him going to the castle, I would love some shit like that. I think it could be funny, it could be great. How they're doing these animated movies nowadays are incredible. How to Train Your Dragon is such a good fucking movie.
Right?
Lego Movie's incredible. There's so many good animated movies. I'm just I could totally see them doing that and nailing it.
I'd be stoked to see it. I'd like to see him do another live action Mario somewhere down the road.
See, but that's the thing. Let's get this animated one. If it's a hit, there you go. They get that franchise started again.
You gotta get the Mario Brothers TV show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got the best of both worlds. We got live action Captain Lou Albano being Mario. I forget who Luigi was. and then they did their cartoon adventures. Oh, hey, Mario, you remember the time we did this? Oh, Mamma Mia, Luigi, yeah, I do. And then go into a cartoon of them doing that shit. And it was awesome. You kids don't get that shit nowadays. You'll never understand the greatness of that. So my childhood would be down to see it.
He's Ryan the Racist. Oh man, that was good. That was actually, Rulo was right on too.
We gotta come up with better lyrics next time.
We have time.
Ryan!
I guess.
Ryan the Racist.
How you doing, Ryan?
How you doing, sir?
So how are you spending your evening?
It's my evening?
Yeah, how are you spending your evening?
How am I what?
Spending your evening.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Alright. I have 4 hours of homework, so I just took a break. I ate. I just took one in the hot tub, and now I'm here.
This motherfucker's got a hot tub.
That's exactly what you texted Richie. Holy shit, that is what you did.
Right? And he's
not lying. That's literally what he did. That's crazy. Alright, Ryan. So how do you feel about the CIA stuff? So apparently all that torture shit came out. How do you feel about CIA torturing terrorists?
Nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong, right? So do you think it's justified?
Terrorists are not human.
Hey, Ryan.
I agree.
For sake of filming, you're gonna have to slow down your speech so we can pick it up on recording, okay?
Alright.
So, you see nothing wrong with them torturing terrorists?
I see something wrong with humans being tortured, but can you really classify a terrorist who kills innocent people for no reason a human?
You're right.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
I was just reiterating what you said.
They're lowly life. They're not.
So, no, please go on. Tell us more how you feel about this.
Torture should be completely acceptable if they're trying to receive information from them that could perhaps save lives. Torture them. If we're looking for reasons behind
about for taking people's land?
Taking people's land, and are we talking about Syria now? Or?
Well, I'm talking like the Pilgrims did to the Indians.
As in us taking the Indian land back in the Revolutionary time?
Oh,
In the 1800s, or?
oh yeah, like when they first came to this country.
So you're classifying us as terrorists at that point?
Were we not?
To an extent, I believe as Americans we wouldn't really look back, and especially in our books about history, we would never classify ourselves.
Oh, of course. Of course in history we're never going to classify ourselves as terrorists in history.
I want to make this right now that I am not a terrorist. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
But no.
Damn pilgrims are not terrorists. They were explorers. Alright?
Okay,
it was different then.
They were explorers. But how did we get this land?
I think terrorism really came around at 9/11. That's where the whole idea of terrorism.
Well,
that's where they started using the term.
Yeah. That's when it was branded.
Yeah, that's when they started using
But
the term.
are you telling me that handing out smallpox blankets wasn't a form of terrorism?
I call that crimes against humanity.
I call it a strategic.
Okay, you call that crimes against humanity,
Yeah.
but you won't
warfare.
call it biological warfare.
Well, that's what.
You'll call it crimes against humanity, but you won't call it biological warfare.
I'm not really biological, but I'm not.
Well, of course it's a modern term.
No, but you're right, but that's exactly what it is. Smallpox is biological warfare,
Yeah.
but looking back at the time period,
Yeah, they didn't know what to
and
do.
uncivilized nature at the time,
Right, there was no rules and regulations.
that as what we are seeing today.
I agree with you, Ryan. There was no rules and regulations. Those people were not. They were civilized, but just not as advanced as how we are nowadays.
They're still terrorists.
It was a terrorist act. That no one will ever say a terrorist act except for apparently Richie.
Will you admit it's a terrorist act what they did to the Indians?
Repeat that?
Will you admit that it's a terrorist act what they did to the Indians?
I
You want me to
don't.
play devil's advocate and say pilgrims were terrorists?
I'm,
You can do that if you wish.
I'm not trying to force anything out your mouth. I think that this country was founded on acts of terrorism.
I didn't know this was
Okay.
this was going.
I read what I was saying, that pilgrims are not terrorists. No pilgrims, no America. Pilgrims came to America to start a new life. They escaped persecution from England, the countries they were refugees from. Most of them were convicts, when they arrived in America, I guess their practices, they climbed on trees, digging trenches, defending themselves, sort of came, because that's what they were used to in Europe. And they found Indians there. But they were going to be going back to Europe, so they launched a war against the Indians and we took the lands. The Pilgrims came to peace at first.
Actually, there was no American Indian War. There was a French Indian War.
What would you call, let me think for a second.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas was getting poked.
There were constant times when Pilgrims and Indians they had fights. They were only clear wars because they were on a full scale. It was impossible to tribe against the town. I wouldn't say that all the Native Americans had one united against. Certainly if that happened, I don't think it would still be here. Yeah, tribes went up against us, but that's certainly not enough to clear the war.
Right, that's little numbers. That ain't shit.
I didn't say it was shit. That's what I just said. There was never an American Indian War.
All right, so Ryan, apparently you're transitioning from what, high school to college. So how's that going for you, buddy?
Good. I've been accepted a few colleges already.
Yeah, so you getting ready, getting pumped?
What was it? You got 50% off? You got what, 50% off your tuition?
50% off tuition.
That's cool.
To what school?
University of Hartford.
Oh yeah, going to Hartford? That's pretty sweet. Hell yeah, that's gonna be a good time for you.
Are you thinking Harvard?
No, I said Hartford.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, Hartford, Connecticut. I know where Hartford, Connecticut is.
Okay.
Just because he's Rican.
Right? I'm not that dumb. Shit. I'm not going to Hartford and all, but... No, I was not thinking Harvard. Like Hartford, the whale.
And that's your first of how many colleges? That's going to be your first college of how many? 5 fucking colleges.
Smart kid.
This kid's going to be president someday.
Right? Are you going to be president someday? Yeah. What do you want to do with your life? Oh, so you think it's going to be a woman next, huh? She keeps saying she's not going to run, though, so is that bullshit? She keeps saying she's not going to run. Is that bullshit?
She said she's going to run or not going to run?
Not going to run. She keeps saying she's not going to run.
She will run. That's all with it.
I know. I think she's holding off on it. It's a PR thing. The longer she waits and then she drops it, it's like, oh my god, everyone's going to go crazy.
I didn't vote for Obama.
I didn't vote at all.
I didn't vote at all. No.
No, fuck Obama.
I was going to vote for Hillary, and then when she dropped out...
Yeah, I agree.
She dropped out. I'm like, I ain't voting.
I agree.
Therefore, my name cannot be stained by this whatever.
So you think Hillary's going to be bad? Or good? How do you think she's going to run? If she somehow... If she wins...
I don't go to party, but I believe that, especially if Ron Paul, or his son, what's his name, slipping my mind right now, that his crazy son, I think he is a good shot at the Republican candidacy, especially that senator from Texas who's been talking about it. But Hillary being from the Democratic Party, she has been hired back in the Democratic Party, and also just simply being a woman, she has almost... I'd say she was a good 3 out of 4 women in the country on her side. I mean, if you're saying 1 out of 2 women in the country are Democrats, certainly 1 out of 2 that are Republicans, which make it 3 out of 4 vote for her.
I like that he knows his shit.
Yeah, he does. You can drop some good facts there. You drop some good facts there. Yeah, no, I agree. She's got the numbers towards her side if she runs.
Oh, she does have it.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely, you're right. You got some good facts. Thank you. You're a good interviewer. All right, you got anything else to run?
Yeah. Now, Ryan, you're a fellow Holyoke native, like we are. How did you feel about the black and brown march tonight? No whites allowed.
What is up with? Isn't that really racist?
Have you seen pictures?
No, I haven't seen anything. Richie was telling me about this shit.
Do you have a computer right now?
No, we don't. But this is what I want. Well, what I wanted to do was get done up in blackface. And
let me tell you something right now. I am looking at the picture right now. Yeah. Over 100 marked in black and brown Lives Matter protests in downtown Holyoke.
And they're all white.
Picture of about 100 people. And I'm telling you, 1 out of 2 people in that picture are white.
Oh, okay.
Just Puerto Ricans are white.
Straight white dudes.
So there's no Puerto Ricans?
Straight white people.
Okay.
There are Puerto Ricans, there's multiple blacks. I'd say there's less Puerto Ricans than white though. And I would also say there's certainly more white women than there are white males.
Because white women love black dick.
I didn't notice that. What was that?
Because white women love black dick.
Okay, so there were white people there. So they
That's your girlfriend, she'll know.
They weren't on that rule. They were like, oh, no.
No, just the way they put it off.
Yes. We're going to talk about this, right? What I think about?
What?
What I think about the protest?
Yeah.
That's what he asked me.
Why are you bringing this problem to a city that has no problems right now?
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
We're all living side by side. I have multiple Puerto Rican and black neighbors. We're living and we're integrating as a community. We don't see much racism.
Wait.
I agree. Yeah, Holyoke is not. Yeah, Holyoke is
what
not.
What part of Holyoke
like
you live in?
I live in West Holyoke, but on the street of 30 people, we have about 25% Puerto Rican, about 25% black, about 50% white. That is not that bad.
That means you got...
And those fucking Ricans are everywhere.
Taking them out of the good neighborhoods.
If you could have less Ricans, would you?
Or would you have less blacks?
What? Wait, what did he say?
No, he's asking if you could have less Puerto Ricans live by you or less blacks, what would you choose?
Probably less white.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The white man's the problem.
So Ryan the racist
is racist against white people.
Is racist against white people.
Good. That's a good people to be racist against. You hate everyone, Ryan. As long as you hate everyone equally, it's all that matters.
Well, then we gotta drop Ryan the racist.
No, I like that. It rhymes.
I like it too.
I like Ryan. You guys have some?
Alright, Ryan, you're here on the soapbox. Anything else you want to say? We pretty much threw at you.
I like your opinions. You have good opinions, and you're pretty smart.
Well, you have the floor. Here's your soapbox. Here's your chance. You said the Lakers,
so that's so funny.
And you're like, I refuse to talk about sports. Why is that? Because basketball is a black predominant sport?
Whoa, or do you just not like sports?
I don't like sports in general.
You like golf and snowboarding.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so rich, aren't you? You're a rich kid. That sucks. You like skiing? Where'd you go skiing last? Berkshire East? Okay, that's cool. So what else do you have? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm looking at the only thing here that I really knew was the bowl of torture Republican Party.
Yeah, the torture was I think the torture was the big thing.
It's not in my interest.
See, that's what I brought up. I brought the torture thing up to Richie, and we called you. See, so I wanted to talk to you about that. You had a good opinion. He's a good opinion in general. Thanks for being on the show.
Alright, we'll see you guys next week if you want.
Yeah, see you at work tomorrow.
If we have something cool. Later.
Alright, see you. Bye, guys.
He has a good opinion. He's right. For being a racist, he has some pretty good opinions. He's not really that much racist.
He's really not that racist. And the first show we came, the first time we had one, I'm not really racist. Alright,
so let's go to the big news. We haven't talked about that.
Jerry Conway.
Yep.
Is returning to Spider-Man. For those of you who don't know, Jerry Conway was a penner. He penned Spider-Man comics back in the day. He helped co-create characters like Tombstone and Hammerhead. Do you know who Hammerhead is?
He's a shark.
Oh, we'll roll with that.
Hammerhead's not a shark.
Not the Hammerhead I remember. He had like a flat top, and his dome was like super strong, and they called him Hammerhead. He might be a shark. Who knows? He might be a shark.
Okay, it's more like ram. He's ramming stuff, right?
Well, I mean, it was a different time. It was like... Anyways.
It's coming back.
He's coming back. I forget the person he's going to be co-writing with. Doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. But he's... not only did he co-create those two characters, he also penned The Death of Gwen Stacy.
Ooh, that's a big one.
And that's
it's an iconic book.
Iconic. That's a piece of Americana right there from the Spider-Man universe. Because everyone had a first crush, and no one felt the loss of their first crush leaving them like Spider-Man did with Gwen Stacy. Is that fair to say?
That's so sad. It's a moody comic Spider-Man. Like, he's a teenager, he's already a douche, and then his girl dies.
Well, he wasn't really a douche, he was a nerd. He was a nerd who got picked on all the fucking time, and little did they know, like, he just saved your ass, Flash Thompson. Oh, you and your football buddy's gonna beat him up? He just saved your ass last night from the Vulture, stealing your fucking youth to make him fucking young again. You still beat up Peter Parker. You're a douche, Flash Thompson. Don't know where that's going. Pent up rage.
Right?
But he's going to be... He signed back up to do a 4-comic series. It's going to... Was it 4 or 6? I don't remember.
There's a run going.
It's going to be a little run.
A miniseries.
And it's going to run alongside the current Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
And it's going to have Spider-Man jumping from his whole battling in the interdimensional battling in the Spider-Verse and bringing him back to New York City, getting him down and dirty in the streets of New York, dealing with the crime, which
good.
I kind of think it needs to be back there. I mean,
fuck Spider-Verse.
Sometimes you got to get away from the whole villains and bullshit and get back to the shit where it started.
Right, I agree. I like it. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing his drawings and shit because he's got his style and it's like that old school stuff. It's gonna look cool. It's gonna look
great. I can't fucking wait. And then from there we have the big news.
The Hack. So there's been the
Sony hack.
There's been the Sony hack that's happened in the past, I don't know, like month or whatever. And then slowly, the Guardians of the Peace is what they're calling themselves, the hackers that have done it, are slowly releasing stuff. That's what they're calling themselves, yeah.
What kind of bullshit hacking group name is that?
And I remember when I first read the story, like literally like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, Guardians, and I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy? And like, no, Guardians of the Peace. Like, oh, they couldn't name themselves something cool.
Like, Guardians of the group would have been way cooler.
Right? Like, some of the little things, they've released, like, how much all the big CEOs are getting paid, and then there's been some little other stuff, like they released the Annie movie and some other shit. And then
the Annie movie?
The Annie movie's out. The most recent thing is like the big Spider-Man stuff. So there's plenty of stuff about Spider-Man coming out. So the whole thing is so apparently there was talks. Marvel has approached Sony to do a Spider-Man movie, and Marvel and Sony America apparently like they were talking about it, and they said fuck that, let's not do that. There's an animated movie in the works with the guy that did 22 Jump Street and Lego Movie.
Yep, it's going to be an animated Spider-Man movie.
That sounds cool. I think I like that.
It's going to be an animated comedy Spider-Man.
Especially the guys that are doing it with 22 Jump Street and then Lego Movie. Lego Movie was amazing. That movie was so good. So I'm totally down for that idea. That's supposedly still in the works, as well as the Venom movie, a Sinister Six they keep saying, and then like a woman-based Spider movie or whatever.
Which everyone's speculating it's going to be fucking the Scarlet Spider.
Oh yeah, which I would love. But whatever.
But see, there already was a Scarlet Spider.
But it is weird. Whatever. But the big thing is that apparently, from the stuff they've gotten from the emails and whatnot, is Sony Japan has been upset.
Pissed.
Yeah, the big boys. That's where Sony came from. The big boys are very upset about how Sony America and the Sony Studios have handled the Spider-Man movies and the movies they've been making in general. They're overpaying them, they're not getting enough payback, and they're just the quality's just not there. There's a few okay ones with like Social Network and Moneyball. Like those movies, I like both those movies a lot. And there's a few little gems, but like, yeah, Spider-Man was good. I liked Amazing Spider-Man 2. But what they paid for it and how much they marketed for it, they didn't make money back. They did it all wrong. There's no marketing for Spider-Man. They put literally almost like $100 million into fucking marketing that movie.
Okay, I'll never forget.
How the fuck would you? It's Spider-Man. Everyone knows.
Speaking of marketing shit, I'll never forget this because I still have a piece of this on my wall, and then Nevy still has the other half. Remember Spider-Man 1 came out? Mm-hmm. Everyone was fucking stoked. And Burger King had that giant Spider-Man hanging from the fucking pole. I went over there in my Jeep, and I cut it down. Mm-hmm. And I cut another little one down. The little one I have, it's like about this big. It's Spider-Man crawling up the wall, so he's crawling up my wall in my room. I think you saw it last time you were at my house. Well, while ago. It's still there.
That's cool.
But Nevy, I got in this one. It was Spider-Man hanging from the fucking ceiling, or the roof. And it literally went corner to corner in fucking Navy's room. It went the whole fucking length.
Awesome.
Yeah, what marketing do you really have to do for Spider-Man? It's already established. It's a brand of its own, and
that's one of the biggest reasons that movie shot itself in the foot. And that's when people are like, oh, like the studio's all messed up. Like, oh, let's push it back. Cause like, I like it. You liked it too, right?
I liked it, and everyone's shitting on it. They're saying,
there's terrible.
Everyone's saying that it's the worst Spider-Man movie ever made. I'm sorry. No. Did you see Spider-Man fucking 3?
3's terrible.
3 was the worst one, and that was the one I was the most hyped up for. You're bringing out Venom.
It's the highest grossing
the symbiote suit. Because everyone was stoked for it.
So like 1 was okay, 2 was okay.
But now we're getting the symbiote, we're getting Venom, and Eric Foreman is playing fucking Venom?
It made no sense.
You might as well have the Tip playing Venom.
Right, just the Tip.
Yeah, just the Tip, because that's all we got. No.
Yeah, I like the Amazing Spider-Man too.
You don't have to advertise shit. It's Spider-Man.
Especially Spider-Man. Makes no sense.
It's already an established brand, and I think what's starting to happen with these comic films, especially Spider-Man, it's turning into Star Wars almost, where it doesn't belong to the studios anymore. It belongs to the fans.
You're right. Spider-Man's one of them. Batman's one of them. Yeah, there's a few. You're right. Definitely Spider-Man's one of those.
And definitely Spider-Man's one of them because
it's been around, and it's been definitely one of the most loyal. Because he was a teenager, everyone can relate.
And that's what it was.
Get it.
No matter when you picked up Spider-Man, and I mean, unless you started like I did in the funny papers, Spider-Man was a teen.
He was always a teenager.
Actually, some of the funny paper shit, he was in college. He's in college.
Oh, okay.
So he's in his early 20s. And I actually remember when I was working at Spectators, the bartender Terry, her problem with the Amazing Spider-Man coming out, well, with all the Spider-Mans actually, was he was a teenager. Because she remembers him being in college, when she was in college at one point.
Yeah, that's where it's... Oh, she didn't get it. Okay.
She's like, why are they going back?
It's just not
He
her
was in college.
Spider-Man.
Exactly. It wasn't her Spider-Man.
There's nothing wrong.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. And, I mean, I remember, first comic I ever got, Spider-Man, and it's, I think it's like the first or second appearance of the Hobgoblin. It was fucking sick. But no, like, leave Spider-Man alone. Let Marvel take it over.
So you're for Marvel taking
I'm for Marvel taking it. And yes, I want Spider-Man to be in Civil War. If not, I'm not going to be heartbroken. But what does Sony have to lose? Actually, I will piss him on. I'll probably do it a lot on this show. Yep. Especially, well, okay. Being open-minded about it. We're bringing out the Black Panther. I like to see where that goes. I do like the Black Panther. I want to see where that goes. But would I rather have Peter Parker be that main fucking spot? Of course. You read Civil War. Mm-hmm. You know how much Peter Parker is to that shit.
But that's a different universe that comic came from. It's a different world.
Yeah. You know, I'll give you that.
There's no movie universe right now that could do Civil War.
You're right. No, you're totally right. You're totally right. And we talked about that before. But Sony and it's maybe not just for Civil War. Let Marvel pick it up, especially on that 60-40 fucking split.
Okay, so that was the big deal. Apparently, was the negotiation at that point. It was a 60-40 split. Sony having 60, Marvel having 40. Sony still has creative control, but Marvel was going to use him for Civil War and do a trilogy of movies, a Spider-Man trilogy, with them leading the way, with also Sony having creative control. So they would be there, like piggybacking basically, and getting most of the money. But with the one thing I brought up was with the 60-40 split, as well as the original, negotiations for Sony to have the rights through that. Marvel gets money for the original rights right now. Every movie that Sony makes with Spider-Man in it, Marvel gets a percentage of that back. So with that going into factors with the 60-40 split, like Sony's losing out. That was only the negotiation. I couldn't see that actually happening in paper.
No, I'm sure fucking Marvel would even drop it to fucking 70-30.
Really? Even that, I don't think it would be that much.
Well, I mean, I could see them doing that. They're already making fucking money. And Sony should be like, yo, do it up. Because we still get creative control. And we're going to profit like a motherfucker and actually have some good fucking Spider-Man shit to run off of.
But they could make their own good Spider-Man shit.
They could.
They're fucking it up, yes, but they could still, like Marvel didn't suddenly, Marvel wasn't just like, hey, we're making amazing movies. Like, they built something that they could do.
They had to work at it.
Sony Studio, Sony Universal, they've been making fucking movies. They could get there. They just gotta let the right creative people in and do it. That's the biggest thing of they had 2 weeks ago, the release of all the stuff of everyone, employees working there is just we make shitty movies. They don't let anyone say anything. We're telling them everything's crap. They're making they literally just, the people that work there bashing the studio, saying why the fuck aren't we making better stuff? Everyone's had better ideas.
And that's gonna make you feel shitty.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm somebody who take pride in. Oh, this isn't just about Sony. This is just in general, like you and me.
Yeah,
I take pride in where I work and what I do.
You're exactly right.
If someone's gonna start bashing it, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?"
Right, exactly. This is exactly.
I work hard to bring this to my brand. I'm sure you do the same.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
So if you hear someone be like, "Oh, this such and such is a fucking horrible place to work for," they do this, and you're gonna get pissed off, and you're gonna defend your ground.
Exactly.
So therefore, listen to your employees, Sony.
Right. There sounds like some those people do have some maybe ideas, at least something different that could help bring some character. Stop spending so much money.
You know what you need, Sony? You need the dynamic duo on your team.
We can totally help out.
We'll help out.
We're probably cheaper than most of the people you're paying.
I work for $10.
We'll talk about it. Let's not put anything out.
That's my fee. That's dynamic duo fee. It's a little different.
Yeah, we'll work something.
But no, literally, get fans involved. How about that one fan who started up a petition to try to help push Sony to do it? And granted, petitions are great or whatever, but it doesn't matter.
I saw that.
I tried to find this one because I tried to sign it. Just like I signed the one. Signed the one to get a fucking Wolverine statue built in Canada.
That's a good one.
Which I never found out what happened with that. They never emailed me back. I tried to find this one. I couldn't find it to sign up. So, but
I hate online petitions. So stupid.
I know.
Because is it really going to do something? No. Exactly. No.
Straight out the Dark Knight's mouth. But no, listen to your fan base, Tony. Listen to people.
That's a great idea. That's a great. Listen to the fans, because that's the word. That's who you got to try to please. And they have they actually like some of us idiots do have some pretty good ideas. Yes, there's a ton of shitty ones, but there's some good ones in there.
What's one of the movies that Sony talked about doing? Because of this whole Marvel and Sony deal, we haven't heard about what's going on with Sinister Six.
Mm-hmm.
Venom. Mm-hmm. Prime example. That's where I'm going. Venom. You know how Venom got created? We talked about it before, but I don't know if we talked about it on the show. When Spider-Man came out in the black symbiote suit, a fan had wrote a letter into Marvel talking about...
Oh, yeah,
hey,
yeah, we did talk about it.
Did we talk about it on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I don't remember, but a fan wrote a letter into Marvel, be like, hey, what if this suit is like this? Yeah. And then boom, it goes to someone, they become evil. Boom! One of the most iconic characters in the Spider-Man universe was created by a Spider-Man fan. By a fan. Mm-hmm. And I think that guy got paid like $250 for his idea. And he should have fucking held on strong for royalties, but he didn't. I'm just saying. We know what we want to see as fans. And, someone like me who nitpicks the shit out of the movies doesn't notice little things like the helmet in Thor. Okay?
I noticed the helmet in Thor. That was my biggest pet peeve about that fucking movie.
And I wouldn't do the Thor costume I did unless I had the helmet, so go figure.
Thor wears a fucking helmet.
Yeah. But no, listen to your fans, man. Like, we're the ones who are going to put our money
to go see it, yeah.
In your pockets.
Yeah, I'm going to go sit in the theater. I don't like going to the theater. I only do it for movies I like.
So, yeah.
One thing I want to add in, though. I hate that Sony Japan is just like, yes, let's just sell it off and, help do this. As well, I'm sure Sony Japan has some creative people themselves. I don't know how it works back and forth. But I would have rather them just been like, let's put some more input in. There are some great Japanese, Asian directors, writers that are out there and have done some great stuff that I would love to see their influence on the Spider-Man
or the Monsters 2010.
I'm just saying. But that's all I gotta say about that.
No, I think the way it works, my premise of my understanding of reading the couple different articles I read, it's like Sony America controls what goes on over here in America.
Yeah, they control the studio.
But they're like a son company.
Yeah, the big studio
is Sony Japan. That's the big one. And Sony Japan's like
Sony came from.
They're like, come on, son, we gave you the ball to run with.
They have the final decision. They couldn't overrule them. Apparently, they're just approaching. I don't know what that means.
Apparently, that's what's going on right now. They're trying to reopen up the talks.
They want to negotiate.
Sony America shut it down.
They want to negotiate more.
Sony Japan wants to start it up. So we very well could see a Spider-Man in the Civil War. But like we were talking about earlier.
Soon,
exactly. It's gotta happen.
It's gotta happen soon.
And if that does happen, what's gonna happen to Black Panther? Like you were talking about.
I was talking about we were talking about it off the screen. Because apparently the rumor is that Black Panther is going to be used as that key role of him unmasking himself, trying to, that role of what Spider-Man did in the actual Civil War comic. So if that's what they're writing, are they just going to copy and paste and just put Spider-Man there?
I really hope they don't do that.
Well, I would assume they wouldn't. I'm not saying they cheap out on shit.
But maybe they could still have Spider-Man playing both sides.
They could.
This is the whole thing. For Civil War, what was big about me was Spider-Man. And because he did play both sides of defenses. Because he started off, he was on Cap's team.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Then Tony Stark's like, hey man, look at me. I'm out in the open. No one comes after me. Well, you don't have a family, Tony Stark. You got Pepper Potts, but no one even really knows that at the time of Civil War going on. So therefore, you have no family. Your family is your suits of armor.
He still came out. He revealed himself.
But he did. So he gives Spider-Man this shiny fucking suit of armor, and he's like, hey, you get this if you come out with me. And he got that. And almost instantaneously does he regret coming out. So would I like to see Spider-Man there playing back and forth? Yeah. Leave the Black Panther the way it's going to go with the Black Panther. Because do you think the Black Panther's going to come... That's what I think. You think Black Panther's...
How are they going to use him, yeah.
You don't think they'll use him if Spider-Man comes out?
Oh, no, I'm just saying how they're going to use Black Panther in general.
That's what I'm talking about right now. How are they going to use him in general? Are they going to use him where we already established?
He's supposed to be established.
And he's going to be the unknown hero.
Is he just going to be in his Panther suit?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Kind of like Spider-Man was.
So is he going to be like, oh, no, but here's the whole thing about the Black Panther. Everyone in Wakanda knows who the fuck he is.
In Wakanda. Okay, yeah. But I'm just saying in general, 99%ers do not know who really Black Panther is. Everyone knows who Spider-Man is. But also everyone knows that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. So that's not a shocker.
No, it's
regardless,
not.
Even if you do Civil War now, that's not going to be like, oh my god, that's crazy.
Well, no, like, I don't... And like, I'm obviously referring to the comics. I don't think it was the whole shock value thing. I think it was more... For me, it was more the internal struggle with Peter Parker. Of, do I come out? Do I not come out? He was married to MJ. So or not May. Like, do I come out? Do I not come out? Well, I wore this mask for so long and didn't let people know who I was. Because of this family.
How old was he in Civil War?
Civil War, I think he was in his early 30s.
Okay, because he says, since I was like, whatever, he was a teenager.
I think he was in his late 20s, early 30s. But that's, for me, what Spider-Man did in Civil War, was that whole back and forth internal conflict, and then when he finally sides with Iron Man and he realized what a mistake it was, that's why I want Spider-Man there. I don't want it for the shock value, because we already know who he is. Like, that's the whole thing.
Do you want to see him Left 4 Dead? Because that's what happens.
That's what happens.
He was Left 4 Dead, and that's when he changes side and goes on Cap's side.
Oh, yeah, obviously. But we're not going to see Prodigy, and I still think Prodigy was a major player in there.
There's a bunch of people.
There's a lot.
Bunch of cool stuff that happens in there.
I'm not going to lie. I still think it's too early for them to be doing a Civil War.
It is. Especially just be it a Cap Civil War. It's just like, huh? Why is it Captain America Civil War? Civil War should be its own movie.
Captain America should be or not Captain America. Civil War should at least be a two-parter to a trilogy on its own.
Civil War. That's what it should be.
So who knows? I said it from the get-go. I said it from the get-go. I think they're rushing Civil War.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll make something awesome. We'll see.
We'll see.
So you want Spider-Man in, right?
I do want Spider-Man in.
I know.
See, I know I say I do, but then the more I think about it, I do and I don't.
It's just not right. It would make no sense. They didn't build anything to it. If they wanted Spider-Man to be in Civil War, they should have been working this deal out a long time. Like, yes, they approached him a while ago, not too far ago, but it should have been from the beginning. They should have been trying to get him back.
Yeah, it's too fucking late. It's too late.
It's a little too late. But it could still happen. You got anything else yet? Anything else?
I'm trying to think of Mary Falco.
Oh. Did I say the Michael Keaton thing? You talking about Michael
Keaton? No!
Okay. You want to end with Michael Keaton?
We'll end with Michael Keaton and then we'll think of a Mary Falco.
Okay.
Michael Keaton was approached at something. I don't know where it was at.
I don't know what it is either. But the one thing is, okay, so let's take a factor like, so Christian Bale was talked about the whole Batman stuff. And Christian Bale keeps disappointed. He keeps saying stuff. He keeps bringing shit up. Yeah, he does. And then he's like, I'm going to give him some pointers. Like, what the fuck are you going to give him some pointers?
No, and I love it. Because, so wherever Michael Keaton was, he was approached.
Oh, it was for Birdman. It was a press conference.
Well, it was a press conference. Oh, and I still have it. I want to see Birdman.
Right. So and it's been getting nominated for so many different awards.
Is it out yet?
It's out, yeah. It's out. It's getting nominated for Golden Globe. It's getting nominated for...
I don't have to go to work till 3 tomorrow. What do you do tomorrow?
We need to find where it is.
We need to go see Birdman.
Okay. But yeah.
So anyways, he was approached and he was asked... Well, first of all, they brought up how Christian Bale has been talking about, crying about...
Right, like he should have been...
he should have been the next Batman. How he wishes he was Batman.
He would have probably done the next one.
And then Michael Keaton's like, well, how do you feel about that?
What does Michael Keaton say?
Well...
He's not worried about it.
I'm not worried about it. You want to know why? Because I'm Batman.
Oh my god, he dropped it.
And I feel secure saying that. I wish I could have saw the look on the motherfucker's face asking him. I want to be standing by. Yeah, exactly. Just be like...
Because I'm Batman.
That's fucking Batman.
And you know what? He's right. He is fucking Batman.
He is fucking Batman. He doesn't have
anything wrong. That's so awesome. I know. I saw that too and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's because I'm Batman. I agree. Mike Keaton's my Batman. He will always be my Batman. I love the Burton Batmans. Those are my favorite. Yes, the Nolan trilogy is great, but yeah, Michael Keaton's my Batman. He'll always will be.
I think Batman's another one of those things where it's going to go by the era.
It's like Bond.
Like Bond. There you go. That's where I was trying to go with that. It's going to have been there. Like, we had the 66 Batman, Adam West.
Oh, yeah.
Really comic-y, really good. Like, I keep promoting it, and I'm kind of hoping IFC picks it up. And they start promoting our show. Saturday, Sunday mornings.
Watch it.
You know, Batman's on.
66 Batman. Show. It's a good show. It's
really
awesome.
Good, really comic. You and Adam West. So Adam West produces to go do, like, like Broadway shit, dressed as Batman. Like
Boom.
I think we played Miranda one time.
We did. Yeah.
I even posted a video on the Geek Den fucking Facebook page of I was minding my own business, which he references quite a few times in the Lego Batman game when you have to save Adam West.
Nice.
And then we come into the late 80s, early 90s where comics start getting dark. They start getting grimy.
Yeah, that's when Frank Miller took over.
And who do we get? We get Michael Keaton.
89 Batman.
Oh my god, 89 and then 90... 92?
91?
91, 92?
Yeah.
For Batman Returns?
Yeah, but I love that even still to this day, the director, Tim Burton says that, like, he doesn't have any regrets. This is because the studio didn't want Michael Keaton. They were like, no, let's not do Tim Burton. I want him.
No, he wanted him.
He has no regrets, and he was a killer Batman, one of the best Batmans out there. And till this day, I think, in my opinion, he's still the best Batman. I don't know who else is better. It's probably him. It's probably fucking Adam West.
But see, here's the thing. Like we talked about the Jokers last week. It all depends on the scenario you want. No, hands down, for the darker, I don't really want to say adult, but for the darker Batman, hands down Michael Keaton. Yeah. Hands down, no one touches him. The comic-y shit, Adam West.
Okay. Oh yeah, like straight up.
Hands down, yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
Because Adam West only did the show,
the bangs and his
to make fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did it to poke fun. And I think there was like 1946 to 1949. There was two Batman movies done.
Oh,
and I watched them. Yeah, they were real shitty.
One of them when the
bat ears are all floppy. Yeah,
terrible cowl.
Horrible. And Adam West did that to poke fun at that shit. And that launched his fucking career.
That's what he's known for.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's awesome. So that's the comic book Batman. But you want a gritty Batman? Give him Michael Keaton. Because who do we get after Keaton? Val fucking Kilmer. You know what I love Val Kilmer in? When he was a knight in fucking Willow.
Yeah, he was awesome in that.
Right?
Willow's good.
Boom. Okay. As a Batman, shitty. So who do we get to replace him after that? Oh yeah, George fucking Clooney.
Schumacher. That was Bat Nips, wasn't
it? Oh my god. That role alone made me hate George Clooney.
Schumacher.
If I ever... Me?
Schumacher shouldn't have been directing that movie. The studio fucked that shit up. That's a great example. That's how powerful Batman is, though. You could literally fuck those movies up, and he'll be back. He'll be back. Yeah. There's no doubt in it. Because that was the studio. You're saying George Clooney played a good Batman? No, I'm saying the studio. The studio is the reason that fucked that movie up. Because they got Schumacher, and Schumacher was just like, "This is a cartoon. It's for kids, people." Like literally on set, and they're like, "Let's make it goofier." Like, no, that's not. Like they did it. It was terrible. It was awful. Terrible. I'm not saying anything good about it. I'm agreeing with you. It's a piece of shit. But I'm blaming the studio. It's a good example of the studio taking something from a good director. The way I think that was you were defending George Clooney. Oh hell no! My god, are you kidding me? You know what was the greatest part of that movie? Not the end. I don't know. Alicia Silverstone being Batgirl. That wasn't. I had a thing for her. That's great. But that was so terrible. Barbara was Alfred's fucking granddaughter or whatever. No, Commissioner Gordon's daughter. No, I'm saying in that movie. I didn't mean the storyline, motherfucker. I meant just her in the tight latex suit. Oh. But why didn't she get bad nipples? She did, right? She didn't get bad nipples. I guess that was too much. No, actually, I retracted. There was nothing good about that fucking movie. It's terrible. That's awesome. And that was called Batman Forever. Right. That made me forever not want to watch another Batman movie. And then until we came to the Christian Bale, Nolan movies, and I got stoked. Good. I got stoked for it. Great movie, good. Great fucking storyline. You know what killed it for me? What? The dude who talked like this the whole fucking movie. Oh, Batman. Yeah, Batman. And that's when you came up with the whole thing, and I agreed with you that there should be an actor for Bruce Wayne and an actor for Batman. Yeah, it's two different characters. It's two different people, two different characters. It's the same. It's brutal. And then why we're talking about Batman, and we're going through the shit. This is the end. What is it? No, I'm just saying while we're going through this shit. So we've gone through all the Batmans in history, except for like the guy in 46 and the guy in 49, because obviously they're not around anymore. We're left with Ben Affleck being Batman. That's our latest Batman, yet to be seen. I'm super stoked about Batfleck. Originally, I was not when the news happened, no, I agree. It took time for me to accept it and be now happy about it. But then it was like the whole thing, it's like, okay. Remember how everyone was like, well, maybe not you, but
when Heath Ledger came out, oh, Heath Ledger's going to be the Joker.
Yeah, no, there was a big backlash.
Everyone was pissed. I was pissed. I was pissed. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker from Knight's Tale? Guy riding horses with fucking whatever? Yep. And then I saw it, I'm like, bravo, sir.
Killed it.
You have brought a new twist to the Joker.
Okay, so where are you going with
that? I'm excited about Batfleck because of that.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what it was. When everyone's like, oh, Ben Affleck's going to be Batman. And
I was skeptical. And then I was like, okay, I could see Batman. And then I've heard some stuff, like him talking about it. I'm like, okay, he's gonna give it. And then when I saw him, the picture of him just huge. Right? Then I was like, oh my god,
no, he Batman.
And it's Batman. I believed it. I was a believer then.
Literally, Batman walked off the comics because we don't have a rubber suit.
We've never had a huge Batman before.
No, we haven't. And that's the one thing I dug up, and I wasn't a big fan of the Superman movie, but that's what I dug about the Superman. He was a fucking jack Superman.
Okay, Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Is a big guy.
But it was a jack Superman, and the best part about the Superman movie...
was bigger.
Because Batman is bigger.
Yeah.
Fuck those Kryptonian bitches.
Zack Snyder has come out, like he's talked about how much Batman looks bigger, and he's like, yeah, I want Batman is
Well, because Batman is bigger, because Batman was bigger, like... And here's the whole thing. Okay, yes, I didn't say I like the bigger Superman, but we go back to the fucking Christopher Reeve shit. In any kind of TV portrayal of Superman, TV and film, Superman has never been big because he was supposed to look like your average Joe.
Yeah, he was supposed to still somewhat be grown. Like he was supposed to look like you and me or whatever, normal folk.
Right, exactly. Well, he never looked like me, even though I'd love to see that.
That's Bouncing
Superman. Boy. That was Bouncing Boy. We talked about him on the fucking Legion of Superheroes show.
Right, yeah.
But no, like, the best part of the Superman movie was the beginning on Krypton. Oh, yeah. And then when he's running around without the suit, saving people. And as soon as I saw him in the suit, I'm like, I'm done.
Would you watch a TV show based on Krypton?
Maybe.
That's being developed. That is actually happening. We're going to talk about it and write it down. I didn't want to bring it up, but you brought up Krypton. Yeah, the Krypton show is apparently being made. A prequel to kind of like maybe a Smallville, but a pre-Smallville, because it's not Krypton. Like Superman's grandfather, I think is what I heard the premise of. But I don't know what it is, that's just something.
See, I think that's going too far back.
Right? If they I like the Krypton stuff. I agree with you. The beginning of that Superman,
do it like a one season. Do it like a one season.
A miniseries.
Yeah,
just do a miniseries, like 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Boom. That's it.
Yeah, of like
a standalone.
This is what happened on Krypton. Then you lead up with them shipping off Superman.
Yeah, that's good. Kind of like Band of Brothers in the Pacific. It's like the scene's just.
But no, I was stoked to see a Jack Superman. The best part was him running around saving people outside of the suit, especially the whole fucking scene at the fucking bar. And then he put the suit on. I was done with the fucking movie. I crashed out. I woke up at the death scene. Anyways, no, I'm stoked to finally get a jacked fucking Batman.
He's huge.
And not only do we get a jacked Batman, we get a jacked fucking Batman that it's not some kind of rubber or fucking foam latex fucking suit.
No, yeah, the suit's made to look like it's just literally him.
We're getting a fucking spandex.
Yeah.
Fucking suit.
Almost literally a spandex suit. It's more textury.
Well, yeah, it's a textile.
But that's just kind of to match how this Man of Steel suit was.
And
the Man of Steel suit was very textury.
Yeah, which I thought was good. The only thing I want to know, what are his colors?
Oh, the colors. Because
they have still not been confirmed. Are we gonna get a fucking straight up black and gray?
Kevin Smith has said it's black and gray. That's the picture he saw though. But like you said, it could be a dark blue.
And that's what I want, like a midnight blue, almost a little bit darker. So when he's in the shadows, it looks black.
But when he comes
out, you get just the highlights of blue.
That would be so awesome. I'd love that. I hope it's something like that.
I can't wait for Batfleck because everyone knows Ben Affleck was a bomb of Phantoms.
He was. Hell yeah, it was a bomb Phantom.
And I think that's how we're gonna end the show.
That's it. The show's over. Batman bitches. Alright, so subscribe. Please like, watch. I'm gonna do my best to get the videos up sooner because I keep slacking because I don't know, I suck, I guess. But Christmas season sucks. So next week, Richie won't be here.
I won't be here.
So he might try to shoot a little thing. I'm gonna might shoot a little thing. So maybe there'll be something next week around. Usually when we get stuff up. But the week after that, we're gonna try to do a big show. That'll be our Christmas show.
It'll be our Christmas special.
Our Christmas
special / New Year's special.
It's just the big special.
It's the end of the year special.
Bama Jamma. All right. So yeah. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, hit us up.
DarkNightRichie.
JoshuaTheBat. And have a week.
Have a week. That was a good fucking show.
Wasn't bad. We got good stuff to talk about.
I should have pissed before we started. I get so mad when I leave it on the fucking door. You put a fucking picture in your living room. Where's the shot outside? Oh, bring my lightsaber next time.